Welcome everybody. We are now going to be watching what could theoretically be a very interesting game, and I will venture to say will be a very interesting game. We're watching tQyrUseCC. He is Grandmaster's Terran player, spawn on the right for Team TQ, think quick, and he's been going against VP Gamers, VPSuppy, Zerg player on the left, who just beat out tQyr, gets slammed on ZVR. He spawned as Protoss, was a ZVP on Zunlaga Cavern. So we go ahead and watch what they're going to be doing in this game on Metalopolis once more. You cannot replay maps, however you can replay the first map. The opening map is not up for debate in the game, so you can always repick it if you want to. Because of the fact that you do get to choose the maps you want to play on as the loser. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and see that CC will be walling off, and I'm kind of annoyed that I'm not a spectator, because I'm pretty sure the spectator chat is going to be really entertaining, because right before the game started, someone asked the questions, is Idra's girlfriend hot? YN. We'll see exactly. I'm definitely curious about that. Unfortunately, I didn't even know he had a girlfriend, but basically, we're going to be watching Suppy, not Idra. So he's going to be the Zerg player we're going to keep our eyes on. Should be quite the game. We'll see exactly what the builds are going to be. You'll notice this is MLG Metalopolis. All these maps have been MLG, which is great, as they are pretty much some of the most balanced, secure maps. They do have a little bit of alterations. For example, alterations from the Blizzard maps. For example, this little supply depot that prevents any possibilities of walling off between the main and the natural, which is especially helpful for Zerg, because you can always have the pylons and the cannons or up to bunkers. So we're going to see exactly that TQ, is actually going to take a little bit of damage from this drone. He's actually investing a lot in trying to take out that SCV, but not anymore. Looks like it's going to go ahead and survive with 3 hits left on it, and we'll see a Marine popping out immediately. Looking at this build, we do see that there's going to be a hatchery first coming out of Suppy. He's going to play for the economy as much as he possibly can. Looks like it might have been a 15 pool, 15 hash, 16 pool, or something like that. I'm not quite sure the exact specifics, but either way, it's going to be a very economic opener. And yesterday, when I was spectating, commentating the Zotac Cup, I watched Goody play a TVZ where he did something really interesting. He actually got out a tech lab on his barracks immediately, and then got a bunker up outside of the hatchery over here, and then he used Reapers and basically decimated his opponent with simply 3 or 4 Reapers inside a bunker. Did so much damage, forced so many units, and Reapers destroy drones, and I'm sure people have fallen prey to this or should use this in TVZ, as it is just oh so powerful. You don't need to get a single Marine, you just rush out those Reapers. So here's Sexy moving around with this SCV, going to run around, and what will he see? He will see that there is a completed spawning pool, and now he's got to get out of there if he wants this, wants to have this SCV emerge alive. But hopefully they clicked on this extractor to say there will not be speedlings out for a fair bit of time, but we do our... Ooh, I was actually looking over here. You got an Overlord and Lings already moving across the map, so we might be seeing a little bit of death happening for this SCV, which would be rather unfortunate, but not a huge deal. But Sexy's supply depot is still up. Looks like he's going to try and retreat and get his SCV alive, but right now we're going to be seeing that this Ling's going to move up and not get any hits off on those Marines, unfortunately for him. Now, I was watching Sexy TVZ in the Zeke Fry Daily a couple days ago, and he actually had 2 games where he forgot to research combat shields, and the other game where he forgot to research siege mode. We are seeing immediately he's not going to go that route, as he's going for Blue Flame Hellions. He does enjoy this. Going to get a little bit of harassment done, and this would be great on this map. This wide open natural expansion. Looks like this was what Sexy wanted for his TVZ. He wanted the wide open natural expansion to use Blue Flame Hellions on. He does like those, and he can use them quite effectively. Quite effectively using those. So now Roachmore is going on the field. This is perfect for Suppy. Did he see this factory? It looks like he did not, but he's going to blindly be going the correct thing, because the Roaches are obviously good against Hellions, and they're pretty much the main manner of defense except for spine crawlers. But with no spine crawlers out, the Roaches are going to be it. We could be seeing a Roach bust. I've seen some players that do enjoy getting out a bunch of Roaches and trying to bust out guys at Terran early, and then just be joining up behind it after doing a fair bit of damage. But Sexy has all these Hellions out in the front. I'm going to go ahead and try and use this as effectively as I can, but Lynx are going to be thwarted in their hopes of moving out. But now that we have Blue Flame about to be completed, we are having 5 Hellions out. This is the part where there is going to see a lot of pushing out from Sexy as Blue Flame completes. No, yes, there we go, completes. And there's Commander being thrown down immediately after that. We're going to see these Hellions move out and try and hit this natural expansion. Still no Spawn Crawlers are up. Oh, jump, nope, he's got one inside a Spore Crawler. A Spore Crawler, that is quite a scared move from Suppy. Looks like he knows he's playing blind. He's going to prepare for possibilities of Banshees, but we're going to see the Hellions getting a little bit separated. We're going to see, oh, that could be bad for Sexy if that Hellion does get picked off in this little bit of rest. Oh my god, before Queen's out, this is going to be really, really solid to basically go off the ramp, get your Lings down, and see a lot of damage being done. But the Queens are off creep. Sexy can actually micro his Hellions, even though they're once they're off creep, to hit the Queens very well. But oh my god, all of those taking damage, but the Spore Cross actually choosing to tank hits. Interesting. Sexy just go ahead and retreat. Hasn't lost a single Hellion quite yet, which is pretty good. He hasn't been able to kill any drones though, or did he kill? He killed a couple drones. Nothing major though. Command Center is getting close to completion, so Sexy will be on 2 bases quite soon. I feel weird saying Sexy as a person. Sexy is usually an adjective and not a noun. It's a little grammar tidbit for you guys. Which is funny because I don't like grammar. I like speaking incorrectly. They were seeing a Spawn Crawler going to be in a good position to defend any Hellions that they try and run by, but with Roaches on the field, Hellions aren't too much of a worry, but luckily for Sexy, he has not lost any of those Hellions. That would be rather bad if he lost a couple of those, because that is a huge investment to hit the Blue Flame and not do any damage. So in itself, Sexy might be behind, especially because the Roaches are the main unit of force right now and not Lings. Looking down here, we do see Orbital Command is finished, and Sexy is going to have tanks out along with Siege Mode, hopefully. Nope, no Siege Mode quite yet. Oh, Sexy, do not forget to get Siege Mode this game around. You can see it has not. He can still click on this if he wants to. But that'd be terrible, terrible news if he has not gotten that. I mean, that's why he lost the game. He won the game where he fought the Combat Shield, but he lost the game that he didn't get Siege Mode. So I'm really praying he's going to realize that that is an issue. And this is the second TVZ that I've seen him in a couple of days where he forgets to get Siege Mode. It's going to be horrible. Yeah, so that aside, see a lot of creep being spread. Great job by Suppy to get all that out. Now, all of these, yep, there we go. We do see the Spine Crawlers continue to stay in a good spot for Hellion run-bys, but now with all this creep being spread, Sexy might want to start dealing with that and just killing off creep tumors. This is a huge vulnerability for him. He tries to move out and gets seen by the creep, and the Lings, Bandits, and all that get speed bonuses on that creep. It could be quite bad. And thank you very much. Sexy is remembering to get Siege Mode. That'd be huge if he didn't do that. This might be delaying his push though. They know he's pushing anyway, but with 4 tanks, if they had Siege Mode, this would be a much stronger push. You maybe want to keep them out of Siege Mode though. Try and deal with the Roaches in that manner, as Siege Tanks do deal more damage to armored units outside of Siege Mode than in Siege Mode. And I thought that is actually kind of cool, as you can see the damage is a little bit less when they're not in Siege Mode, but they have a speed that's 3 times as fast as if they were in Siege Mode. Pretty sure that's the math on it. So we are seeing all these Lings. Ooh, Lings getting roasted. Not taking any hits on those Hellions. And there is, Siege Mode finishes. And now we're going to see Sexy trying to basically coax the Roaches to get into range of the Siege Mode tanks. But Banelings are now on the field. No centrifugal hooks quite yet. It's about to finish though. And getting caught while he's sieging up. This could be really bad. These Roaches are in a great position to continue attacking. But Siege Mode is, it's basically too devastating on the splash damage. Then there's going to be, Combat Shield research for the Marines as well, and there's going to be some nice scans to see these units coming in. There's just too many Roaches. They're going to come in and snipe off all. Oh no, that did not go well. He did not snipe off the tanks. I thought he was going to go in and try and get those kills off, but taking hits on the siege tanks as well. Sexy just killed off that expansion. That's huge. Tanks, basically this army should die, but Suppy is not targeting the tanks. Now that it's finally in, but we're seeing a Marauder along with some Marines coming in, more tanks. These Roaches are going to go down, but they do kill off those first 2 tanks, and Sexy might just retreat after saving those Marines. And yep, and having a good back army over here is now 2 base to 2 base. Sexy is looking to be in a good solid position, but oh no, we're seeing that the Lings are getting a full-on surround, stimming those units. He knows that he's going to be able to do some damage if he can just micro them away, but he's got to be careful with these siege tanks getting picked off. It looks like guaranteed one will fall. And now looks like Zombie might go ahead and lose those. No, he's not going to retreat there's going to be a retreat from both ends. So right now we're seeing the third base game re-put down for Suppy. This is such a huge delay right now. He's almost 15 minutes in the game, and he will not have his third base up. That is quite strong for Sexy. Denying these expansions is a great way to pressure the Zerg and keep them on edge and try and take the game. The creep is still being spread. Sexy actually did not take out some of those lead creep tumors that he could have. You can see this one is still alive and just a little bit hurt, but going to go ahead and regenerate his health over time. Sexy is now working to get up his own third base. Command Center is producing as he pushes out the front. You can see, ooh, Queen just gets decimated in its face. That's rather unfortunate, but Roach is now out with 1-1. Do the Centrifugal Hook Banelings have any upgrades? They have just the Carapace. That is it, no melee upgrades. Though it is being researched right now, along with melee level 2 or Carapace level 2. But the units are really getting out there. Continue to push in. You can just watch this. Oh, the Roach count is huge. Banelings are there trying to get hits on the Marines and the like, but they're actually mostly Marauders here to deal with a very large Roach count. But the siege tanks can start inching forward. As we continue to see move up. All these Roaches now trying to do a lot of damage, swarming in. They're huge. You're finally going to be hitting the tanks close to first to deal as much damage as they can. And oh, Sexy looks like he's going to be losing a lot of his army. Oh wow, so we're seeing so much damage, and Suppy is saying die. He did succeed in killing off that army. He's definitely happy they can finally take out that Terran army. But you can see the drone count and the SCV count is actually in favor to the SCVs. Economy is better in terms of income for Suppy, but Sexy's now completed this third base, and he's actually going for the gold with it too. It's going to get scouted immediately by this Ling that's at the watchtower. But if Sexy can get this up, that will be a very, very, very significant position for him, as there's going to be a little bit of a risk in taking it, as you can see that there's just so many units coming out for VPSuppy. He's got a 20 food lead count. Sexy's trying to get up his economy with this base, but he actually didn't tell his command center to land. But here all these Lings ready to do some damage. They're going to be able to hit a few of those, never mind, they're just going to go ahead and retreat. There are a few of those Roaches ready to do some damage, but now this command is going to float down and become a planetary fortress. So actually, never mind, there's not enough resources to get at. 150 is the cost for a PF, and the gas and the minerals just aren't there. There we go, now the gas is up there. You can see a lot of SCVs now going there to get this gold income. Sexy, if you can hold this, we'll be in a good spot. No fourth base out yet for, oh no, the mutas are there, and there are no turrets. Turrets are not done. Mutas are going to continue attacking. There's one SCV down. More are actually not going to fall, and ooh, taking a few extra hits. Not a big deal, but taking off one SCV, that is very nice. Looking back in the base of Suppy, it's got +1 air upgrades almost done. Lair has been out for a fair bit now that the Spire is done. Looking at the Centrifugal Hooks, they've been out for a while as well. Fourth base is going up now for Suppy, which is what he needs. This gold-based economy is going to be very hard to deal with, and Sexy needs to get these gas guys up, try and get up his tank count. How he's got to deal with these muta harassment there in the main base. He's losing a couple of those Marines to them. This is still looking to be quite strong. No +1 air upgrades quite yet. Marines are here. Looks like a couple of them did actually stim. But not too bad. Sexy with a double factory. Got a lot of tanks and Thors out on the way as well. Great move against the mutas. Will allow to defend with a little bit more ease, but still interesting that there is no 5th and 6th geysers out for Sexy. Still feel we're saying Sexy. Alright, so now Muta's actually not going to lose any. Very, very nice. Very close. To a couple of them are in the red, but look at all these supply depots. That is going to be a very juicy target, and one will fall. It actually serves as supply block. Sexy. We're seeing a max food count Zerg at the moment. Looking back over here, we see a lot of Lings, a lot of Roaches are out. There is 1-2 upgrades on those Zerg's +1 attack, +2 carapace, and the same thing for these Roaches as well. Upgrades are really helping them stay alive to the Marine and Marauder fire, though what is the Marauder to Marine count for Sexy? You can see that according to the unit counting station, we're seeing 9 Marauders, more than you normally see in in TVZ, but with this very large roach count, it might benefit. And oh my, banlings! Wow, banlings! A lot of banlings are going in. 25 banlings are what are coming out. That is going to be a lot of splash damage, a lot of trickiness for Sexy to deal with. When looking at all of these mutas that are going to be out, this is crazy. Oh, the tech labs are being targeted. The Thor isn't in this mix. If the Thor was, that'd be a huge opportunity to hit all these bunch of units. And it looks like Sexy is going for a complete and utter counterattack. Scanning to see the vulnerability in this base. Thor is down in this mix as well. And this lone marine, lone muta, let's go ahead and try and target that. Seeing all these mutas gonna go ahead and start attacking. Nothing being replaced down there. Sexy does have a strong army. Thor and tanks are in good position, but down here we're seeing the massive army as it's going to start moving in. This would be huge as they try and engage. There the banelings, and oh, the Lins are getting in a perfect position along with the siege tanks and those marines. This is going to be so deadly. Oh no, admin is lagging the game, and Sexy just got rocked with that army. Absolutely rocked. Redemption. Oh, don't lag out of this. This is going to be amazing to watch. Seeing a lot of tanks and siege tanks here, simming on those marines. Banelings and roaches are going to be in here. This is a great mix. Roach baneling is incredibly effective, as something can show you in this game. We're going to move back here, not engaging the planetary force, going to move in. Oh, taking out all these reinforcement units too. Oh no. All these marines are falling. Sexy has a very small count of marines. A lot of lings and roaches are continuing to stay alive. The upgrades are just so good for, oh no. What I'm trying to, if I could just click, if I get some mouse position to click on these marines, see what their upgrades are, they're gonna be huge. But tQyrUseCC calls GG. That is unfortunate, and that means we're gonna KD to 2-2. We're now even. VP versus TQ. We'll see if someone can take out Suppy, or we're gonna see Suppy win again. This will be awesome to see this next game. Thank you guys for watching.